What up, what up, what up? Welcome to another episode of the Dope Sports Podcast, brought to you by Dope Content and Twitch Sports, ladies and gentlemen. We got a loaded show for you today. We're talking some NBA news, NBA free agency. We're talking about NFL. We got Kyler Murray. We got Julio Jones news. We got crazy statements from Tyreke Hill and much more in the NFL. And then in the WNBA, we got to talk about one of their stars, Liz Cambage, being one of the most toxic stars to ever play the game of basketball.
Bruh.
I mean, it's a lot to get into. And then, of course, we got some XFL news. Shout out to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, and his co-owner and his partners, man, working really hard to bring the XFL back. So let's get right into it. Thank you to everybody that's here to know the game. Shout out to y'all. If you're not here, I know it's midday that I'm streaming live right now. A lot of you guys are at work. So if you don't catch it live on Twitch, you can always catch it live on YouTube. Well, not live, stupid. But the replay on YouTube. Make sure you follow Dope Content on YouTube. It's also brought to you by DopeContent.com. Go get your merch. Go get your cake bowls, your body skin care. Stay up to date with the latest sports podcasts, the Budget Cut podcast, the wrestling podcast as well. We got a lot that we're trying to do, man. Yeah, let's get right into it. Once again, welcome, man. Welcome. So, look, we're going to start off with the NBA today. Just some minor things going on. It's really only one thing that's pretty major, and we're going to get into that. But let's start it off with the fact that rumor is Carmelo Anthony... the Warriors are interested in signing Carmelo Anthony, and it's not too many other teams out there that's interested in signing Carmelo Anthony. So I don't know how you guys feel about Carmelo. How will he fit in Golden State? But I'm guessing the Kevin Durant trade that idea is kind of dying down now. I haven't heard too much about it in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, they're looking to keep the team intact and possibly add Carmelo Anthony to it. If they do add Carmelo Anthony, I'm gonna say this now. I'm a Mavericks fan, diehard Mavs fan, but Carmelo Anthony is like one of my favorite players of all time. And I want Carmelo to get a ring super bad. So if Carmelo goes to Golden State, I'll still cheer for the Mavericks. But if Golden State win again, I wouldn't be too mad at it. I'm just saying. So also in other news, Dwight Howard and the Brooklyn Nets, they have mutual interest in each other. So we might see Dwight Howard join up. I don't know who Dwight Howard's going to join up with. Let's just say Ben Simmons, because I don't know what KD and Kyrie and let's just say Dwight Howard and Ben Simmons in Brooklyn. Let's just leave it at that until we figure out what's going to happen with KD and Kyrie. In other news, speaking of KD, we have Jaylon Brown. We have Jaylon Brown not happy right now because reports are the Celtics have put a package together, and Jaylon Brown is in that package to be traded to the Brooklyn Nets for Kevin Durant. And Jaylon Brown is not happy about that, which I understand. He is one of the core pieces, one of the stars that just went to the finals with the Celtics. Now, you talking about trading me for Kevin Durant? Like, okay. I mean, yeah, I don't blame Jaylon Brown for being upset at that, but he is clearly not happy. He responded with SMH on Twitter. He said he wants to start. Who are you talking about? Dwight Howard? I'm sorry, I'm reading comments. It's not on the screen, but I'm reading the comments. You talking about Dwight Howard wants to start? But there it is. It's on the screen now. But yeah, Jaylon Brown is not happy right now. He's not happy. He said, yeah, Dwight. I mean, if he goes to Brooklyn, he's definitely going to start. So that's probably why he has interest in Brooklyn right now. There's really nobody in Brooklyn better than him, and they need a legit center. So we'll see what happens, man. Well, right now, if he does sign, it'll be him. I'm going to say Kevin Durant. I don't think Kevin Durant gets traded. And Brooklyn is doing this on purpose. They're not letting Kevin Durant just up and leave. You know what I'm saying? They did everything for Durant, saying, hey, this is the team you want. This is what you asked for Kyrie. You asked for James. You asked for all these people. We gave them to you. It didn't work out. Now you're talking about leaving us? Nah, we gonna make it hard for you, bruh. And I understand that completely. So, you know, they've been asking people for, like, they asked the Lakers for LeBron James and, like, 6th-round draft picks.
Going up. Now my price is going up.
Got Rob in the building.
Going up.
We got Rob in the building. Rob in the building with the sub. What is that? 13 months in a row? Shout out to Rob, man, for real. Now what I need to do is get Rob to go sub to the YouTube membership instead of the Twitch. You know what I'm saying? Get some perks and all that. You get more perks on the YouTube membership. You know, so go over there and join King and Lizard over there, Rob. Especially since you're going to be watching the podcast on YouTube. You mostly watch it on YouTube anyway because you're always at work when I'm doing this live on Twitch. So I appreciate it though, Rob, man. Much love, much respect, man. Thank you for the support, for real. So who was I talking about? You done threw me off now, Rob. Damn it. Kevin Durant. So yeah, Brooklyn Nets, man. I don't see them getting rid of Kevin Durant unless somebody just really load up a hell of a package, man. Got a new job coming. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, yeah, man, they doing this on purpose. Like, I don't blame them. I'm not letting Kevin Durant just leave for nothing anyway. He talking about he want to go to Phoenix and places like that. He might possibly go back to the Warriors. Like, get out of here, bro. You being real weak. What up, Alice? How you doing? You on the road? All right, Rob. You know it'll be on YouTube. It'll be on YouTube. So I don't blame the Nets for making it hard for Kevin Durant to just get up out of there. Now, Kyrie is a little different. I think they're more willing to let Kyrie go than they are Kevin Durant. Kyrie has been a headache, you know, sitting out games because of, you know, he didn't want to get the vaccine, which I'm not mad at him for. It's your body. If you don't want to get the vaccine, you don't have to get the vaccine. And he was there for the second half of the season, and he was there to play, you know, in the playoffs. They just didn't win. And part of that is really coaching. Steve Nash is not a great coach, man. I said this when they hired him, that it wasn't going to work like they thought it was going to work because Steve Nash has no defensive mind in him. Like, he has not one defensive bone or thought or none of that in his body. Steve Nash is an offensive guy. Brooklyn can score. That's no problem. You have scores. But they didn't play no defense. Nobody hustled. Nobody did nothing. Steve Nash came under Don Nelson and Dan Toney. None of them guys taught defense. It was just strictly offense. And that's why Dan Toney is, you know, I'm trying not to be disrespectful here, but Dan Toney, it's a reason he doesn't have a ring. Donnie Nelson, like, it's you're a good coach, you know, for the offensive things that you've done and the ways the things you brought to the offensive side of the game, but it's a reason you don't have rings like this, man, you know. So I'm just saying, I think that's the best way I can say it without being disrespectful. I don't want to come off like Stephen A. Smith or Skip Bayless like that. So I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? But Draymond Green, let's move on to Draymond Green. Draymond Green wants a max deal, ladies and gentlemen. He is threatening to leave Golden State, which I'm just like, I don't know if that's going to actually happen. But Draymond wants a deal. The deal is, his max deal will be around $164 million. So that's a tough one, man. Like, if you the Warriors, do you sign Draymond to that deal? Like, he is a very important piece to the team. He is the glue. He is the one that hustles. He does the dirty work for Steph and Klay to be able to just run around and shoot and just be free to do their thing. Draymond does do the dirty work. He's the rebounder. He's the trash talker. He's the fighter. He does the dirty player. He'll kick you in the nuts if you score 30 on him or something. Like, Draymond does all the dirty work, and he's smart. He's very smart. But on the other hand, he'll give you a triple single like it's nothing. Like, he'll give you 4 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists a game. You know, he'll do that for maybe like a week or 2 week span, and then every now and then he'll hit you with it 15 assists, 12 rebounds, 10 points. So he said I will pay Draymond before bringing back KD. Wow.
Bruh.
I mean, I don't think KD is gonna make it to Golden State, honestly, but it's tough to, you know, like it was almost like the Mavericks with Jaylon Brunson, but at least Jaylon Brunson was giving you points and assists and stepping up in the playoffs. Draymond just won a ring. You just won another ring with Draymond being the glue of this team. So are you really willing to let that go to save money? Or do you look at Draymond's stats and say he's not worth $164 million? So that's the battle right there. And it's tough because Draymond, even though his points are not up, I look at him like a Dennis Rodman type. His points might not always be there and everything else, but he does a lot to affect the game. You know, for Steph and Clay and Jordan Poole and all them to be able to do what they do. So that's tough. That's tough. I wish I could put a poll up on here where I can ask you guys, would you re-sign Draymond or just let him go or trade him for somebody? That's tough. Me personally, I think you got to keep him. You got to keep him. You just won a championship ring with him. You can make the money work. The salary cap expands every year. You can make the money work, man. Keep that glue together. Honestly, man, I don't know. I just why would you let him go? And then who do you bring in to replace him? You know what I'm saying? So Draymond does a lot for that team. If the man wants $164 million, I'm pretty sure the Warriors are gonna give it to him. They had this type of battle the first time Draymond contract came up a while back, and Draymond was like, "Oh, you're not gonna pay me? I'ma leave." And Golden State gave him his money. So I think it's the same situation. Golden State is gonna get his man his money. So right now it's just a storyline to talk. Speaking of Draymond, he tweeted out that he's watching the 98 Chicago Bulls versus the Utah Jazz in the finals. And he tweeted out that if the Golden State Warriors from 2017 played that Chicago Bulls team from 98, that they would dub them. Wow, like,
bruh.
And then, of course, Scottie Pippen fired back, was like, well, look, if I'm guarding KD, Jordan guarding Steph, we can lock them down. And then he turned around, took a shot at Draymond and said, well, Draymond can just simply guard himself. So, not to mention Dennis Rodman on that team, Steve Kerr. Oh, speaking of Steve Kerr, Kevin Durant was like, I'm not saying we'll win, but I do know Coach Steve Kerr will make us run the player Steve Kerr off of multiple picks all day. So, shots fired at the former coach, you know, from KD, man. So, you got the 98 Bulls and the 2017 Warriors going back and forth now on social media. Got the fans talking about it on social media. You know how they do, because I'm just tired of the arguments on social media when it comes to basketball. Oh, it's LeBron versus Jordan all year, every year, just nonstop. Even in the off season, it's just LeBron versus Jordan all day on my timeline, all day. Just people saying the same stuff all day. Just stop arguing, bro. You're not gonna agree. Just agree to disagree and say you love this era more than that era. That's all it is. Keep it moving, bro. Because the same arguing with the same people every day should be tiring. I stopped arguing with the same people 2 years ago, man. It's tiring. It's like, bro, we saying the same thing. I look down my Facebook memories. It's the same argument this year. It's the same argument next year. Stop, man. And by the way, stop disrespecting Kobe Bryant in a GOAT conversation. Stop doing that, please, people. That's my only problem with the GOAT conversation. Stop disrespecting Kobe Bryant. Stop disrespecting Tim Duncan. Stop disrespecting Tim Duncan as one of the best players to ever do it. So, moving right along, that is the news I have for you at NBA. Let's get into some NFL news. Shout out to the NFL. Training camp kicked off already, I should say, this past week. And we got some new news, some new people getting signed here, as Julio Jones signs a deal, 1 year deal worth $6 million with the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Bruh.
They are cheating, man. I am tired of watching Tampa Bay get these names for cheap. So you have, last year they had Antonio Brown, right? Which is crazy because Antonio Brown can still play. It didn't work out because whatever reason, you can say Antonio went crazy. You can say Bruce Arians was the problem. I'm not going to get into that today. But the fact is, you had the names that can still play. They're older, but they can still play. Antonio Brown is older. He can still play. Gronk was older. He can still play. And I'm not even sure if Gronk is coming back. I don't know if they announced if he's coming back or not, but he retired when Tom Brady retired last year. Well, Tom Brady fake retired and came back, which I knew it was going to happen. I told some close friends, I really wish I would have did a podcast on it just so I could get on here today and be like, I told y'all, but I never did the podcast about it when he retired, so I can't get on here and stunt and be like, I told you so, because I didn't tell you. So, but I knew Tom Brady was going to come back. I had a feeling, Tom is just too competitive. He's not going to go out on not making the Super Bowl. So, D-Will, what's good, man? So, yeah, Tom Brady is back. Mike Evans is back. Chris Godwin is back. And now you add Julio Jones, which the first thing the Tampa Bay haters said online was, well, it's not the same Julio Jones. Julio can still play. Yeah, if he doesn't get hurt, let me say that. If he doesn't get hurt, Julio is still a threat. Yeah, last year I think he only had 2 touchdowns the whole season. But Julio made some plays when he was healthy. That's really been the biggest thing with Julio. Can he stay healthy? Because a healthy Julio can still play and can still route you up right now. So if Julio decides to stay healthy, it's going to be a problem. I said decide to stay healthy like he's just, But if he does stay healthy, it's going to be a problem in Tampa, man. Tampa is going to be dangerous yet again, man. Jay Cross, oh God, is this? No, I'm just talking NFL, man. I'm just giving you the insight. I am not a Tampa fan. Jay Cross. But yeah, the Bucks did sign Julio Jones to a 1-year deal worth $6 million. I mean, got him cheap. The 49ers, San Francisco 49ers have told Jimmy G that they are here. Tony is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Get the Tables. Make sure you follow my guy as well, man. A dope streamer on Twitch, killing it in the wrestling community, man. So make sure you follow him. It's a good thing that I am off the Tom Brady subject and the Tampa Bay subject now. Move on to some other teams. San Francisco 49ers told they had a meeting with Jimmy G and they basically let him know that we are moving on to Trey Lance. So Jimmy G is out of there as a starter. I don't know what this means for him. I don't know if they're going to try to pursue a trade for Jimmy G. I don't know anybody that would trade for Jimmy G right now. Honestly, with his contract being what it is, Jimmy G literally, he's not worth that contract in my opinion. Like, he is a bus driver. He won the playoff games and the games he won last year based off a good run game and a good defense. Look at this playoff game against Green Bay. No touchdowns, barely over 100 yards, and they beat Green Bay in Green Bay. Like, come on, man. Jimmy G is a bus driver, man. I'm not saying he's bad, but I don't think he's worth that contract. And that's probably the reason nobody is willing to trade for him right now. At least right now, nobody's willing to trade for him. Maybe, I can't even think of, maybe the Lions, maybe Detroit might, decide, but they got Jared Goff the contract to worry about right now. So I don't know. I can't think of a team that will really want Jimmy G right now. So he's just going to sit on the bench and make all this money as Trey Lance is set to start the year off as the 49ers starting quarterback. Moving on, Chris Carson, the running back from Seattle Seahawks. He announced his retirement, so shout out to Chris Carson on a successful career in the NFL, man. Go out, live your life, enjoy your money. You worked hard for it, you deserve it. Have a life outside the NFL, man. That's all I can tell you, man. Tyreke Hill. I don't know if he was doing an interview. I don't know what. But I saw this quote from Tyreek Hill where apparently he was talking about Zach. Somebody asked him about Zach Wilson, I'm guessing. And in response to talking about Zach Wilson, let me pull up the exact quote. He said, Zach Wilson is a dog, but I'd rather play with the most accurate QB in the league. So I'm thinking he's talking about Pat Mahomes. And come to find out, he is talking about Tua from Miami.
Bruh.
And I'm like, whoa, what? What? You're talking about Tua? Like, listen, let me say this before I get into this Tua rant. It's not even a rant, but let me just say this about Tua. As a Florida State and Alabama college football fan, I am rooting for Tua to be a great quarterback. I absolutely love watching this man in college. I love watching Jalen Hurts. That's the only reason I cheer for Jalen Hurts. I hate the Eagles, but personally, I'm cheering for Jalen Hurts because my love for Alabama football and Florida State football, which these two quarterbacks we're talking about now went to Alabama. I'm a Jameis Winston fan because of Florida State. You see what I'm saying? So I am rooting for Tua to be good. I hope he turns out to be great. Hopefully Tyreek Hill and Waddle and all that speed that he has now, helps him to become this great QB. They need an offensive line. That's been a problem in Miami. So they need to fix that line, and we'll see, man. Tua needs to stay healthy as well. But Tua has not been great in the NFL. And sitting there talking about he going from Heisman talk and possibly number 1 draft pick to being what he is now is not a good look for Tua. So it's no excuses right now for Tua. Jay Cross said, hopefully the O-line holds up. I'm saying they need an O-line desperately. Like, it is trash. But hopefully Tua stays healthy, man, and he can become – he's out beat him Tua, yeah. Hey, tell you. And Tua can become that quarterback that I thought he was going to be when he came out of college. I was hoping for Tua to just continue to be this beast that he was. He was an absolute monster in college, man. So, Dynamite J, what's good, man? Welcome. So hopefully Tua can come out and be this beast. Tyreke obviously sees something in him because he's been hyping Tua up since he left. And it's almost to the point where he's taking shots at Pat Mahomes.
Bruh.
And I'm like, bruh, don't do that now, because Pat Mahomes, yeah, I'm not even going to go on that rant. I'm going to leave that one alone. Pat Mahomes is part of the reason you're getting this money you're getting. I'm just saying. So he said no more excuse for Jalen Hurts. Definitely no more excuse for Jalen Hurts. So both guys got a lot to prove. And I want Jalen Hurts to – it's weird because I want Jalen Hurts to be good, but I want the Eagles to suck.
Bruh.
So I don't know how that's going to work. But because if Jalen Hurts is good, if your quarterback is good, 9 times out of 10, your team is going to be good. So that's a tough situation. I hate the Eagles, but I'm a Jalen Hurts fan. So hopefully, man, it works out for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles still suck somehow. But we'll see, man. It's a prove-it year. It is a prove-it year. Yeah, I'm a Dallas fan, bro. Unfortunately, I'm a homer. And I'm a Ravens fan, too. Ravens flock, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, nope. Wrong button. Speaking of the Ravens, I wasn't even going to talk about this because I'm trying not to rant today. I wasn't even going to talk about this, but since I brought up the Ravens, man, the disrespect of Lamar Jackson needs to stop, bro.
Bruh.
Needs to stop. There's a quote going around that's viral right now from a random anonymous DC defensive coordinator saying it doesn't matter what Lamar does, he's still going to be, he's still not going to be a top quarterback. He can run for this amount of yards, he can pass for this amount of yards, he can win MVP, and he still won't look at Lamar as a top quarterback.
Bruh.
Oh, hell no.
Hey, at this point, bro, just say you racist, and I accept that even more than what you're talking about. Because that don't make sense. That quote don't make sense. Fly, Eagles, fly. Oh, my God.
Oh, hell no.
Jay Cross, get out of here. You about to get banned, buddy. You're about to get banned. So, but yeah, and if you're bold enough to make a statement like that about Lamar Jackson, be bold enough to put your name behind it. But, man, the disrespect, a lot of people saying Lamar is not top 10 worthy, and et cetera. People telling me, he's whack. He can't throw the ball. Like, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Hollywood Brown got traded, and he was like, the system in Baltimore didn't fit for me. And I'm like, dude, as many passes as you dropped last year that Lamar put right in your hands, you shouldn't be saying nothing.
Bruh.
You shouldn't say nothing, Hollywood Brown. It's a whole highlight clip just from last year of your drops alone, bruh. When Lamar hit you right in the hands, wide open, and you dropped it.
Bruh.
Stop talking, bro. But that's all right. Lamar, I don't even think he still got his contract. I don't even think he still got his contract yet that he's looking for. Last I checked, he still hasn't received a new contract with Baltimore. So keep talking about Lamar. Lamar has buffed up a little more. This man is going to come for your throats this year, and the Ravens are going to be dangerous. Look, the Ravens were dangerous last year, and everybody was hurt. So to everybody that think the Bengals are going to go right back to the Super Bowl and go to run through the Ravens and like they did last year, that's not happening again. It's going to be a fight because everybody was hurt. Don't forget that. Marlon Humphrey was out. Marcus Peters was out. Lamar was out. Dobbins was out. Like, these guys were hurt. So they all healthy now. And they re-signed Houston on the line. They re-signed Calais Campbell on the line. Defense is back where it is. They drafted great. As always, they always draft great. Hey, stop playing, man. Stop playing. Stop playing. Baltimore is coming for y'all this year. I'm letting you know. I said this on the last podcast when we did our predictions. Baltimore coming for y'all this year. And before we move on from the NFL, let's get into one more thing. Let's get into the hot topic, which is Kyler Murray's contract, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot going on. Kyler Murray got a new contract, 5 years, worth $230 million, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy. So everybody was, congratulating Kyler for his new contract. I thought it was kind of premature to give him that contract with him already having 2 years left before his contract was up. And considering how he played in the playoffs, and how the team always fold at the end of the year, I was like, make him wait it out. But Kyler was smart. Kyler said, I'm going to go ahead and sit out. Yeah, Jay Cross. Yeah, exactly. Kyler said, if I don't get paid, I'm going to sit out. Basically threatened to sit out. So he got his deal, but come to find out, it came with a couple of clauses in the deal that a lot of people didn't know about until now. So one of the clauses is he can no longer play baseball. Like, that's done. That's the end of that. No more Oakland A's who drafted him as a baseball player. That's out the window now. No more going to spring training and just to even do that. That's gone now. Second is he has a new homework clause that requires him to watch at least 4 hours and study 4 hours of film on his own. Otherwise, some of that guaranteed money is going to be gone. Yeah, facts. J. Cross, facts, bro. So, yeah, he is now forced, which, you know what, honestly, I'm not mad at Arizona for putting this in his clause because that was the word on why they was hesitant to even sign him anyways, because he didn't watch film and he had like a little attitude problem. So I don't blame Arizona for putting it in his contract. Hey, you the starting quarterback. You the franchise quarterback now. You need to watch some film. No ifs, ands, or buts. If you don't watch film, you're not getting all of your guaranteed money. So, and it's only 4 hours of the week. Seriously, bruh. I'm getting paid $230 million to watch 4 hours of football film. Sign me up all day. Apparently, Kyler Murray don't watch film, Jay Cross. That's why they had to put that in his clause. And I'm low-key mad because Kyler Murray got his deal before Lamar Jackson, bruh. Lamar Jackson, MVP. Lamar just won MVP not too long ago. What, 2 years ago? And he still don't have a contract. But Kyler Murray got a contract, and they gotta put something in his contract to say, hey, you gotta at least watch 4 hours of film. Bruh, stop that, man. I wish I had that money. What I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna go out to the store, The Mega Millions right now is over $1 billion. I'm about to buy a hella lottery tickets so I can make Kyler Murray money. And I'll watch whatever film. I ain't got to watch no film because I got the money. But I'm just saying, man, please. I'll be watching everything I need to watch just so I can do sports podcasts and YouTube all day without having to go to work and all that. Man, stop. 4 hours of film, $230 million? Get out of here, boy. You better watch every single game of your career. Just don't even watch just this year. Watch every single game of your career, man. $230 million. You mad because you got to watch 4 hours of film in a week. Not a day, a week. Man, moving on. I'm getting mad, man. Let's get into some WNBA, man. Shout out to WNBA. Having a pretty strong season right now. But the news in the WNBA right now is the lady you see on screen. She is one of WNBA's biggest stars, Liz Cambage, and she's also one of the WNBA, actually, not even one of them. She is the most toxic WNBA star to ever play the game in the history of the WNBA, ladies and gentlemen. So, Liz Cambage, I always say her name wrong, so I'll make sure I say it right today. She is parting ways with the LA Sparks. They made it, LA put it to make it seem like they were parting ways when the reality is they got tired of her and they was like, go on about your business, we'll pay you out. That's what really happened, man. So they put a good spin on it to be like, hey, you know, we parted ways, we had a divorce, yada yada. Nah. LA got tired of your foolishness, man. This is her third team that ended bad. Well, third WNBA team. Really fourth if you want to count. I'm gonna get into the storyline of how it could be the fourth team, and I'll get into all that. But yeah, Liz Cambage is done, most likely done in the WNBA now, because again, she is toxic. Who wants to deal? And it's sad because this lady can play. She can really play. She is cold. She can really play. But once I give you the rundown of why nobody will probably deal with her again, you will understand why, you know, I'm saying she's possibly done with the WNBA. And matter of fact, let me pull it up. I'm going to read it off. This is since she joined the WNBA. She got drafted by the Tulsa Shock and initially refused to play for the team. She got drafted by Tulsa and said, I don't want to play for them. Right? Moving on. She ended up coming back and ended up playing the first season. Cool. Second season come along with Tulsa. On the day of her flight out of Australia to the U.S., she bailed out and said, I'm not coming. Right? All right. Toxic attraction, Lizzie. Yes, sir. Let me see if I missed you. I saw another comment. Yeah, Lizzie, facts, bro. Facts. Man, we'll watch wrestling and sport all day, bro, if I had that Kyler Murray money, man. But yeah, Liz Cambage, man, got drafted by Tulsa, didn't want to play. She went on and did her first year. Second year, she signed out. She pulled out on the day of her flight and decided not to come to America to play her second season for Tulsa, right? She goes to China. She signs a $400,000 deal. And this at the time, this deal was one of the world highest paid female players. And she still complained about being paid poorly and not able to meet her mortgage payment. Are you serious? $400,000 a year and you can't meet a mortgage payment? What type of life are you trying to live? What type of life are you trying to live? I don't make $400,000. I don't think me and my lady together make $400,000 a year. We're trying to get there, but I don't think we're there. And we have a nice house in a nice neighborhood. Food, drinks, cars. Like, what lifestyle are you trying to live? We got the notification to go out, but shout out to Dynamite J for gifting the sub to Lizard, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, like what life are you trying to live? What lifestyle are you trying to live with $400,000 is not enough. You gotta live within your means. $400,000 is a lot of money, ladies and gentlemen, and she complained that she can't pay her mortgage. What type of house are you getting? Bruh. And why are you getting that house knowing what your salary is gonna be? That's what I want to know. Like, why are you doing? There you go. There go the comments and all that stuff. So there you go. So why are you trying to live that lifestyle where $400,000 is not enough? I just don't understand it. But moving right along, let's get back to her toxic ways. She got suspended from the WNBL, that's another league, back in 2017 for purposely kneeing one of her opponents and injuring that opponent. Bruh. Right. So I got the heat goes right there. Hold on, y'all. But she finally returned to the WNBA in 2018, which is with the team, the Dallas Wings, which Dallas Wings came from Tulsa Shock. So she's still on the team, and the franchise is still rocking with her, even though she did all this. The Tulsa Shock moved to Dallas and became the Dallas Wings. She came back in 2018, did one season, and demanded a trade after that one season. Bruh. What up, Diamond? I don't think I have my sound alerts up on this particular... I don't. So you played your Stone Cold. I'm sorry, but it's not up on this page. So it's not up on the sports podcast. I thought I had it up, but it's not. So I'll redeem your sound alert later on once I'm done talking about this toxic woman here, man. 2018, she plays one season with the Dallas Wings. Fire roster that they had. It was her. It was Wnba. It was Alicia Gray. It was Skylar Diggins. It was Azurá Stevens, who just won the championship in Chicago with Candace Parker. All them on the team. And Liz was like, I don't want to be here no more. I want to get out after one season. And she forced her way to Vegas, which led to Azurá leaving, which led to Skylar Diggins leaving as well. Bruh. So, you just screwed the Dallas Wings. Thanks, Liz. And then let's go to the Olympic Games. You called Nigerian players monkeys and told them to go back to your third world country. Bruh. Doing a warm-up game. This not even a real game. This was doing a warm-up game, right? And then what made it even crazier is she is half Nigerian herself. Bruh. What? You are half Nigerian yourself and you talking to Nigerian players like that? Telling them to go back to their third world country? So she obviously don't represent her Nigerian side. She only represent her Australian side of her heritage. Kind of like a Tiger Woods don't like to represent black people. Bruh. You know what I'm saying? So she called them monkeys. And then a video come out of her elbowing the Nigerian players. Just throwing big elbows, hitting the girl right in the head, man. Crazy, right? She signed with the LA Sparks and said, she went to Vegas. I'm skipping ahead. She went to Vegas and she was on the championship team in Vegas. Asia Wilson and all them just killing. Vegas is killing it right now. Championship team. You force your way out of there. Go to LA and say she would never play anywhere else and then start taking shots at her Australian team by saying LA supported me in ways that my Australian team never did. Bruh. And then she left. We're here, and now she's leaving mid-season because she has chemistry issues. And, of course, she's getting into it with her teammates because another star on that team is Nigerian, by the way. The other star on the team is Nigerian. And there's multiple Nigerian players on that team. So, and they know exactly what she did during the Olympic Games. The way she elbowed the girl and the way she talked down on them. So, she's done. Bruh. She gotta be done. Who's gonna fool with that? And then she complained, they're not giving me the ball enough in the post, right? And the teammates like, well, first of all, you never in position like you should be to get the ball in the post. So they like, we'll give it to you all day because she's dominant, dude. If you ever watch Liz Cambage play, this woman can play. She set a record for most points in a WNBA game in 2018 with the Dallas Wings. This woman is cold, and she's 6'8". She's like the female Shaq of the WNBA. Like her in the post, can't nobody mess with her. You know what I'm saying? So her teammates in LA were like, well, one, you don't hustle and you don't get in your position like you should. Which some of that is true. I've been watching WNBA. Y'all know I advocate for WNBA. I watch it, which is true. She hasn't always been in position when they need her to be in position. Another thing that they said was, you don't run back on defense. And that's 100% true. Liz does not attempt to run back on defense whatsoever. Once they miss the ball, if she don't get the rebound, she's the last one up the court on defense every single time. Only time she's, somewhat on defense, running back, is after she gets the shot and makes it. You can't play like that. Who wants to play with that? Stop. So I think Liz is done in the WNBA. Where it is, she's probably going to most likely pursue her career in modeling and being a DJ. She already has an OnlyFans account that she started. Yeah, Liz, she's one of those, bro. She already has an OnlyFans account. I don't know if it's doing well or not. Apparently, I heard it wasn't doing well because apparently she's still complaining about money. But, I mean, you can see on the screen, she's a beautiful lady. Very beautiful. So her being a model, a 6'8" model, it can work for her. Her being a DJ, I don't know about all that now. But her being a model can work for her. Because when she's dressed up outside of her WNBA gear, like, she's a very beautiful lady. So, and like I said, I hate to see this, that her attitude is ruining her career because she can play. She's so cold. She is cold. Like, I hate to see it, man. I hate to see it. He talking about she about to be the Shaq of DJing too, bruh. She's so cold. But another thing before I get off the WNBA topic and move on to my last topic of the day. We talked about Liz getting $400,000 in China and etc. We talked about Brittany Griner on another podcast being overseas and people saying, oh, well, if the WNBA got paid, if the WNBA got paid more, they wouldn't have to go to Russia and China and all that. Listen. I've been taking up for the WNBA for years. I did a podcast that blew up in 2018 talking about the revenue of the WNBA and breaking it down for you because a lot of men, these sexist pigs, don't understand what these women are really asking for. None of them said we want NBA money because they know they can't get it. They're not making NBA money. They're not bringing in NBA revenue. Only thing these ladies have been talking about since all this blew up in 2017, 2018 about the whole money issue was getting a higher percentage of the total revenue. Because at that time in 2018, when I did that podcast, NBA was getting 50% of total revenue. WNBA was only getting 25% of their total revenue. That's the difference. They wasn't asking for LeBron money or whoever else money. Damian Lillard, who else? They were simply asking for a higher percentage of the total revenue. That's all they asked for. If anybody asked for NBA money, it was Liz. I think she's the only player I've actually heard say, "Oh yeah, I need to make LeBron money." But as you see, she is clearly toxic. So, and probably out the WNBA for good now. So you ain't got to worry about that no more. But Candace Parker, Skylar Diggins, everybody, all these women, all they did was ask for better revenue. That's all they did. And in 2020, they signed a collective bargain deal for 8 years that got them a 53% raise in total contract. I pushed the wrong button. 53% raise in the WNBA. I got all these buttons over here. I'm pushing all the wrong things. But they got a 53% raise in a new agreement. So you haven't heard that much about it, that many complaints. Everybody's salary went up. You know what I'm saying? Now, the only thing the players are really asking for now is getting an expansion. Because it's a lot of players that's too good getting cut because there's not enough spots on teams and there's not enough teams. Like Tia Cooper. There's no reason Tia Cooper should not be in the league right now. Tia Cooper was just drafted, 2 years ago? You got, I believe she was Rookie of the Year or in the Rookie of the Year conversation. I'm going to have to look it up. My memory on that part is a little fuzzy if she actually won Rookie of the Year or not. And you got like first-round draft picks that's already cut. They're not on the team. They're not in the league right now. Just from last year, Dallas Wings drafted a girl that's dope. I'm trying to think of her name right now. I want to say, I almost said Chelsea Green. I'm thinking about a wrestler. But her name is similar. I can't even think of her name right now. I'm mad too because she was dope and I wanted her to play a lot last year. I'll think of it. It'll come to me. But they drafted somebody just last year that's already out the league because there's not enough spots in WNBA. Mariah Jefferson got removed from Dallas Wings, and she was one of the face of the Dallas Wings this year in the offseason. Got removed after 2-3 games, and sent to Minnesota. She signed with Minnesota, so that's good, and she's balling in Minnesota. But Dallas didn't have enough spots, so that's the problem. Tia Cooper hasn't been in the league all season. Got cut from LA. So, the thing they've been talking about this year has been, an expansion. Hey, let's get more teams so more players can, have a chance to actually play in the league and not get drafted one year and cut the next year. So if you hear anything about money, it's coming from sexist men who get in these WNBA comment sections on social media every time they post something. Oh man, this is trash. Oh, they posted a dunk at the All-Star game. Oh, that's basic. She's not supposed to be dunking. Women don't dunk like men. Y'all don't understand that yet? You that stupid? Like, your chromosomes and all that is built different. They're not supposed to dunk like us. So the fact that a woman is dunking, and we have multiple women dunking down the WNBA. Yo, that's a step up from what it used to be, because it used to be just Lisa Leslie and Brittany Griner. Now Brittany Griner ain't even in the league, and you got about 3 or 4 women out here dunking in the WNBA. And still, you got men, oh, that's trash. You need to be in the kitchen. You need to be doing this. Who cares? Who cares? You keep wasting your time talking about who cares, but you the dumbass that got in the chat section when you could have just kept scrolling and let the women have their moment. But you the one took time out of your day to come in and start talking noise about the women. And for what? What do you get out of that? Bruh. Huh? What are you getting out of that? Oh, she didn't get Rookie of the Year. Okay, appreciate it, Lizzie. So, but yeah, like, what is what that makes you happy? How? Like, talking down on women's sports? If you don't like it, don't comment. Keep scrolling. It's not hard. It's not hard. But you take time out, and the comment section just be filled with men. And then they be lying. They come up with this misconception. This is, and be like, hey, this is why they don't get paid like LeBron and the NBA and all that. Again, stupid. Do your research. They not asking to get paid like LeBron. They're asking to get a better revenue, which they got in 2020, by the way, for speaking up. So shout out to the women for that. Second, just this year in February, they got $75 million worth of investment. So now it is a good chance that they expand the league to more teams and more cities and get more players. They're looking to use the $75 million to update the marketing for the WNBA. And they're looking to do a lot for the WNBA. So within the next 2 or 3 seasons, you might see a lot of changes in WNBA. Why? Because they just got a $75 million investment from people like Nike, Paul. Got the hiccups again, dang. Paul Gasol and others, man. So shout out to WNBA, man. They making moves. They're making moves, but you too stupid to realize that because you either on the male side saying, oh, you need to be in the kitchen, or we don't care about that, or you will never get NBA money like you want. That's why you want LeBron James money, you stupid, and this and that. And then you got the women that's trying to defend them saying, oh, Brittany Griner needs to be making, they'll post a meme comparing Brittany Griner's contract to LeBron's contract. And I'm like, you're not helping. You're not helping. Because Brittany Griner is never going to make the same money as LeBron James. It's just not gonna happen unless the WNBA just blow up, just like really blow up, and they bring in NBA money. Until then, it's not gonna happen. So the women who don't even watch the game, by the way, are not helping the argument as well. They making it worse. You don't realize, you think you're helping, but you're making it worse by sitting there posting memes like that. Because here come all the stupid men again, the sexist pigs again, saying, oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. They want this, all that stupid stuff. Now y'all arguing. But again, women, you don't watch the sport like you should, but you're posting about the money they should get. The WNBA should be packed with, like, it should be packed with women. It should be packed with young girls, kids, feminists, all this women power, this and that, equal rights, this and that. You don't even watch the game. So why you're not helping. You're not helping. I go to games. I know who's there. And guess what? It's low-key more men than women.
Bruh.
Not even low-key. The last few games I went to, it was people like me, just dudes who like to support the women's basketball and want to give them a fair chance. That's who's there. And, you know, we'll bring our daughters or our girls or our cousins, nieces, and all that to the game so they can enjoy it. So they can have something to look up to. That's who's there. It ain't women. It ain't women by themselves. If a woman is there, she's there with her dude. It's not a gang of women sitting together at the WNBA game. So stop talking if you ain't gonna go. You know what I'm saying? You part of the problem. Watch the show. They getting ESPN games now. They getting ABC games now. You're not watching.
Bruh.
So I'm saying that's my rant. I didn't even mean to rant on WNBA today, but yeah, talking about Liz just took me there, man. Moving on to the last topic, man. Let's get to the XFL. Shout out to the XFL. Let me calm down. I did not mean to rant. Did not plan on ranting today. Once again, if you're not here live on Twitch, you can watch the replay on YouTube. Make sure you follow Dope Content on YouTube. Make sure you go to dopecontent.com as well. This will be up on dopecontent.com as well. Once it's uploaded to the YouTube, hop in the community section because we do chat it up in the community section. I've been real active in there. That's like my version of Discord now. Join the membership program. Y'all know what it is, man. I got to start doing more as well. I've been busy, man. As y'all know, I've been doing radio stuff and ripping and running, trying to get my kids back ready for school and all that. So, yeah, man. Yeah, we're trying to get it. We're trying to get it. XFL, ladies and gentlemen. Dwayne Johnson and his ex-wife and some business partners got together, decided to do. That sounds disrespectful saying his ex-wife. Let me look up her name. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. I know it's something Garcia. Danielle, I want to say it's Danielle Garcia. His business partner, which is, shout out to The Rock for being able to work with your business partner being your ex-wife, man. That's huge. That's major. So, but yeah, they are attempting a third try at this XFL thing. The Rock is dead serious about it. Y'all know he loves football. He's always talking about football. His career didn't pan out how he wanted it to be. And he ended up being this millionaire wrestler / actor, which worked out the best for him. Now that the XFL, crashed in 2020 because of COVID, Vince was done. He was done with it. He gave up. That was his second run with the XFL, which was doing pretty good until COVID hit. It was actually doing pretty good until COVID hit, and that was The Rock's chance. That was Dwayne Johnson's chance to say, hey, I might be able to do this. I might be able to actually run XFL. A football league. I might be able to own my own football league, not a team, but a league. So shout out to The Rock for jumping on that, man, buying the XFL, rejuvenating them, bringing them back. They announced the eight cities that they're doing this year. Doing the relaunch. They have announced the 8 teams in the cities. They have also announced the 8 coaches for the cities. And they also announced, what up, Trish? They also announced that they are moving the headquarters right here to Arlington, Texas, ladies and gentlemen. So to all my Dallas, DFW, Fort Worth, Arlington area people, you can now go up to Texas Live, go all the way up to Cowboy Stadium. It's called Choctaw Stadium now, which used to be the old Ranger Stadium, the ballpark in Arlington, and the new Ranger Stadium, and you might run into The Rock. Just this Sunday, while me and Dark was doing the Budget Cut podcast, they was at Texas Live announcing this. I wanted to go, but of course we had the podcast to do, so I stayed here and did the podcast. But yeah, I could have went to Texas Live Sunday and met The Rock and all of them. You know, they're doing their combines here, as you can see on the screen on one of the photos. The home team, which is, I'm gonna get into it. The home team from Dallas, they are practicing here at my school district that I work for. And any visiting team that comes to play here, a game here, they're also going to be practicing at the same facility, at the school district that I work for. So yeah, you might be in Arlington one day and you might run into The Rock randomly. I ain't download nothing, Trish. Get out of here. Download no multi-universe. Get out of here. We talking about sports. I ain't download nothing. And I ain't doing it later either, cuz. Be playing you. I don't even know what that is, Trish. So I don't even know what that is. But moving on, you can try the whole you scared reverse psychology. That don't work with me. That don't work with me. Stop. You know they don't work with me. But yeah, headquarters are now in Arlington. Let's get to the 8 cities and the head coaches that were named. You might know these names, you might not. You should know these names. I feel like you should know these names, especially if you watch like NFL and things like that. Let's get into it. First off, of course, we are starting with not Dallas, but Arlington. Arlington has their own team. So for all the people that live in Arlington that's mad because the Dallas Cowboys play in Arlington, but they're still named the Dallas Cowboys, and the Texas Rangers play in Arlington, but they're still named the Texas Rangers. Shut up, because now you finally got your team. The Arlington, whatever their last name is going to be. So, Arlington head coach will be Bob Stoops, legendary Oklahoma Sooners coach. Houston is returning. They're getting their team back with Wade Phillips, former NFL coach, as their head coach. Las Vegas is getting the team. Rod Woodson, the Hall of Famer DB/safety, is their coach. Orlando is getting a new team. Orlando didn't have a team in 2020. It was Tampa Bay. Their head coach is Terrell Buckley, a former NFL star. San Antonio, this is a good one, man. Shout out to San Antonio. This is smart. San Antonio has been desperate for a football team for a long time. And San Antonio is a place that will support any sport team out there. So this is smart. This is smart for them moving a team to San Antonio. And their head coach is Hines Ward, ladies and gentlemen, former Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver legend, ladies and gentlemen. Seattle is getting their team back. Jim Haslett is the head coach for them. St. Louis is getting their team back. Anthony Betch is the head coach for them. Washington, D.C. is getting their team back. Reggie Barlow is the head coach for them. And there are your 8 cities, ladies and gentlemen, head coaches. Now, with that said, there are a couple of teams and markets that were there last year, well, not last year, in 2020, that did not get their teams back. And let me name those teams for you. Los Angeles, New York, and Tampa Bay, which Tampa Bay moved to Orlando. So I don't know how far Tampa is from Orlando, but take that for what it is. You know, Tampa Bay is now Orlando, but New York and LA, nope, bye. No more XFL teams for you, ladies and gentlemen. And honestly, I can understand why. These are big markets. They are very huge markets, but they did not do good in ticket sales at all. LA did not. First of all, LA has never been a high sports ticket market, place. LA, if you're not the Lakers, they really don't care for you, honestly. If you're not the Lakers and you're not USC football, college football, they don't care for you, honestly. The LA Rams, The only reason they sell out their new stadium is because 50% of the fans belong to the other team.
Bruh.
So, like, LA is never. So the fact that they tried it. It was a good try. That Vince went out there because it was a big market. I understand that, but LA has never produced ticket sales like that unless you're the Lakers or you're in the playoffs as the Rams or etc. USC. So LA is now gone. New York gone as well. Same situation. New York is a good football city, but they ticket sales was horrible. That stadium was empty every week. One, because they already got the Giants and the Jets, and both of those teams suck.
Bruh.
Two, the New York Guardians was trash as well.
Bruh.
So I don't blame New York fans for not wanting to spend money on yet another sorry football team.
Bruh.
Just saying. I don't blame them. Yeah, it's trash. Pure garbage. New York was just, the whole football city is just trash right now. Yeah, hot garbage. Trish says hot garbage. So there it is, man. But yeah, XFL, man, kicking off February 2023. We now have the coaches. They haven't announced the logos and the jerseys yet. But if you look at the color scheme on XFL.com, like the Dallas team, well, the Arlington team now, their color scheme is pretty much the same as it was. Houston is pretty much the same. So maybe they keep their jerseys. I personally like the Dallas jerseys from 2020. I like the Houston jerseys from 2020. Like, they did a good job on some of these jerseys, but I don't know if they're going to keep the same mascots / jerseys or not. But we'll find out. And as soon as we find out, y'all know I will be up here to let you know again. Look how big The Rock is on that picture. That was just Sunday, man. Look how big. This guy look like he ready to play himself. Y'all see that? Y'all see how big this man arms was? That's crazy. That is crazy. And there goes some of the old jerseys right there on the screen, man. But here go Trish. Stop being thirsty.
Oh, hell no.
Trish out here being thirsty. And there you see the draft combine right there at the Arlington Stadium. But yeah, man, The Rock, he went out there, muscle shirt, muscle jersey, sleeves cut off, just look at that's crazy. How old is The Rock to still be built like that, man? Shannon Sharp, another older guy, man, that's Shannon Sharp, 54, and big, like, man, crazy, man. But appreciate y'all. Look, I'm gonna pull the comments up big so everybody can see Trish being thirsty about The Rock. It is on screen. We have a comment section now for the sports podcast, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for coming through. Much love to y'all, for real. Once again, the replay will be up on YouTube. It will be up on YouTube. It will be up on dopecontent.com. Look, Lizard can't type in social. He's typing in wrong. But yeah, man, we are here. We are doing our thing, man. I appreciate y'all that watch this. He said, yeah, y'all didn't see that YouTube. Yeah, we saw it, Lizard. We saw it. But once again, man, thank y'all, because it's a lot to go into these sports podcasts. Just to get the overlays, man, and make it look professional for you guys. It's a lot, bro. It takes me like an hour just to get what you just saw. Like, bro, because I have to edit the pictures. I have to make them all fit. I have to do slideshows, come up with titles. Like, it's a lot. And each topic is its own overlay that I have to create from scratch. So it's a lot. I keep saying it. I know I sound like a broken record, but I just want to let y'all know. For the ones who do watch the sports podcast, when I am live on Twitch, or if you watch the replays on YouTube, definitely let's run them YouTube numbers up now if we can. And tell your people about it, man. Hop on the membership, YouTube membership. Get these perks, man. King and Lizard, the only ones doing it right now. Shout out to Rob for subscribing here on YouTube. Shout out to Dynamite J gifting Lizard a subscription on YouTube again. Appreciate y'all for that. See? D-Web got sent to an ad break. Y'all know it wasn't me because I'm talking. So it definitely wasn't me. But yeah, that's why I tell people to subscribe, man. But if I can get my Twitch subscribers to go to YouTube, I make sure to turn off all the ads, man. So, yeah, look, he talking about, man, me and Twitch finna fight over these random. Hey, I don't control that no more. That's all on them now. Twitch is doing it by themselves, and where it is, it's gonna be even more in August. So, hey, that's I don't know what to tell you. But D-Web, you already know it'll be on YouTube. It'll be on the website as well. No commercials. So, you know, whatever you missed.
Going up, going up.
Oh, wait, look. Now look at that. Now we getting the sub.
Going up, going front. Now my price is going up.
Shout out to D-Web. We got D-Web the sub. And look, that's crazy. Trish said she like ads. You know what? Trish, get up out of here, man. Get up out of here. Bye, Trish. Go home. Go home, Trish. Get out of here. She talking about she like ass. Bye. Get out of here, Trish. Lizard, time her out. How about that? You like ads. Time her out, Lizard. How about that? But Lizard, thank you for gifting D-Web the subscription, man. But yeah, where it is, according to the email I got, it might get worse with more ads starting in August. So just letting y'all know. I don't have no control over that. My hands have been right here. I've been doing this. So y'all know what my hands are. I ain't touched the computer not one time. Not over here, none of that. So yeah, I appreciate y'all for real. Look, Lizard went on and timed out. There you go, Lizard. Get out of here. But yeah, I'm really trying to build the YouTube up for real. I'm starting to get more subscribers, but now the only problem is I'm trying to get these views up on these videos, man. Even if you just watch for 30 seconds and hit like, that does a lot, people. If you just watch and hit like, 30 seconds and hit like, and I'm really trying to build up, like, come on, man, like, comment on the video if you watch it. Even if you watch it on Twitch already. Y'all don't realize how much that helps a lot, man. So, let's get this YouTube up, man. Shout out to my Twitch people, man. I love y'all. I love the people that do support, people that buy merch. My merch is on YouTube as well. Trying to think of what else. I don't want to forget nothing. But shout out to everybody, my mods, my subscribers, definitely my YouTube membership, man. Shout out to y'all for real, bro. Like, much love to y'all. Cause that helps a lot too. And the difference between YouTube and Twitch, YouTube don't take 50% of our money like Twitch does. When y'all subscribe on Twitch, that little $5 subscription, half of that is gone to Twitch. YouTube don't do that. So when you subscribe on YouTube, that's us. So, and you get, again, I'm able to give you more perks on YouTube. If you ain't looked at the membership perk list on my page on YouTube, just go to YouTube, go to my page, click membership, and look at the perks that you get. All the way from special video. Trish, if you want me to play the game with you, guess what? You got to go to YouTube and become a member. Now, if you want me to play a game with you, download and play a game. It's part of the perks of the YouTube membership. And we can play it on stream. Now what? See, I bet you didn't know that because you ain't went to the membership page. See what I'm saying? That's why I told you hell no. When you asked me. I'm not downloading nothing until I see some memberships. That's part of the perks. I can't just give it away for free. You ain't, no. I ain't talking about subscribe to YouTube. I'm talking about, I have a whole section. Go to YouTube, you'll see it. Just go, hell, go watch the Budget Cut podcast on YouTube and you'll see my merch and you'll see a place where it says join. It'll say YouTube chat, and etc. It's a lot more that pops up on my YouTube now because I am now in partnership. I'm in partnership with YouTube. See? And this is why I have to get on here and say the same thing every single stream. Because people be like, I'm already there. No, bruh. So much has changed. yeah, in the last month. So much has changed. I can do so much more on YouTube now. So, yeah. It's no point in following if you're not gonna stop through every now and then and interact, hit a like button and keep it moving, or et cetera, et cetera. See. Yeah, go on over there to YouTube. Now, you want me to play a game? Go to YouTube, find that membership where it says, I'll play a game with you, I'll chat with you, I'll give you your own special video, your own shout out, your merch, discounted merch. You get discounted merch on one tier, you get free merch on one tier. That's from shirts, cupcakes, and etc. So, it's so much more. But anyway, hey, don't listen. You'll find out when everybody else start getting their stuff. You know what I'm saying? When I start giving out AEW and WWE tickets, and you wonder, well, I won't never get a ticket. That's why. Bruh. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna mention it from now on. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mention it at the beginning of the stream, maybe in the middle, and at the end. Don't nobody go. It is what it is. I'm tired of saying the same thing over and over, as I'm sure y'all tired of hearing it. So much love to y'all, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all have a good one, man. Once again, thank y'all for coming through, and I am out of there.